Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum boys. This is your teacher Farooq Sarwar and we are going to make the video of social study class lecture grade 7 and for that sake I am going to give you some important instructions and that are make your book page 1 ready in front of you. And today our topic of lecture is chapter 1 geography of the Muslim world. And for that sake I have to give you some important instructions and that are okay, you have to make your book page 1 ready in front of you and you can use the tool of screenshot. The screenshot tool will be very much helpful for you during your lecture. You will can save your important information regarding your lecture. So I am going to start our lecture. So let me open the page number 1. Let me tell you that what we have to discuss in this lecture. Boys, in this lecture we will have to define that where to define the Muslim world and its geographical position in the world, to give an overview of climatic and topogeographical features of Muslim world. So topogeographical feature means that those the positions of the countries, the locations, that how much they are high from the sea level and how are their land features. Either they are level lands, either they are mountains, either they are highest mountains, either they are deserts. These things are called topogeographical features of the Muslim world. And one more thing, knowledge of the location of many Muslim regions, that Muslim regions, in which locations, in which regions Muslim countries are located, and their climatic features. Okay boys, so let me start my lesson. And as you can see, we will have to learn in this lesson, we have to learn about the geographical positions of the countries Muslim world, climatic position of Muslim world, topogeographical locations of Muslim world and their vegetation. Okay boys, so please do pay attention to me. And the Muslim world, Islam is the second largest religion and the fastest growing one in the world. The graph below show the estimated number of the followers in the four main religions in the world. So these lines are telling us that Islam is the second largest religion of the world, and the graph, they are telling us about the graph, and this is the graph. As you can see on your screen, the graph is telling us that the Christianity is the world largest religion and Islam is the second largest religion of the world. As you can see, percentage 33% population follow the religion of Christianity, 21% population follow the religion of Muslim, and 14% follow the religion of Hinduism, and 6% follow the religion of Buddhist, and 26% follow the rest religions in the world. So come to the second line, and it is telling us that for this book we will take the Muslim world means those countries whose government have declared that they are Islamic state, for example Iran, Saudi Arabia, and those countries where the majority of the population is Muslim. So they mean to say that boys, we consider those countries as a Muslim countries that whose population, whose government have declared that they are Muslim states, for example Iran and Turkey and Saudi Arabia, and those countries whose majority of the population is following the religion of Islam. Okay boys, so come to the next lines, and these lines are telling us about the location, that Muslim world stretches about 15,000 kilometer from east to west and 6,000 kilometer from north to south. So it means to say that Muslim दुनिया जो है मशरिक से मगरिब तक 15,000 kilometer long है, and from west north to south its length is 6,000 kilometer long. Okay boys, inside this vast region, वसी खिता, बहुत बड़ा area, there are bound to in many to be many differences. These people have many differences in between them, but the whole area is bound together by the faith of Islam. But the whole area is bound with the tie of Islam, faith of Islam, the Prophet, the belief on Prophet, peace be upon him, and the Quran. Okay boys, so this whole paragraph is telling us about the location and the countries that which countries are called Muslim countries, and what are their ties, what are their basic bounding. And their basic bounding, as you can see on your screen, that this is Islam, faith in Islam, and faith on Prophet peace be upon him, and Quran. So let me tell you something about the map, Muslim world from the map. As you can see on your screen, that Muslim world, Muslim countries are colored with green color, and rest of other countries have say different color. So you can see that in Asia and in Africa and in Southeast Asia we do have Muslim states, and we don't have Muslim states in Australia, rest of Europe, and rest of Africa. You can see I am telling you these things because we will discuss these things in our lesson, just because the discussion of map is very much important. So let me recapitulate the first paragraph, that what we have read in our first paragraph. And first paragraph is telling us about that the Islam is the second largest religion. At this point you can use the tool of screenshot, boys, so you can note down the important information regarding your lecture and regarding your lesson. Okay, so let me tell you about the detailed important points of first paragraph. So Islam is the second largest religion in the world. It is the fastest growing religion in the world, and those countries are considered Muslim countries whose government have declared that they are Muslim countries, or whose majority of population is following the religion of Islam. Muslim world stretches about 15,000 kilometers from east to south, and 6,000 kilometers from north to south, 15,000 kilometers from east to west, and 6,000 kilometers from north to south. This is a vast area, boys. It is a very much big area which is covered by Muslim world, and many people live there, but they do have many differences in between them, but they are tied together, but they are bound together in the faith of Islam and the belief of Prophet peace be upon him, Hazur Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and Quran Majid. So this was the important detail regarding paragraph number 1 to you. And before starting next paragraph, let me let me tell you something about the map. And first of all I will tell you about the map, and then I will come to the second paragraph, and then it will be very much easy for you to understand the paragraph. So in this graph you can see the sea level and 200-meter height, 500-meter height have been given the yellow color, 1000 meter have been given to the orange color, and 5000 meter have been given to the purple color. So come to the map. Let me tell you something about that Muslim world. We have seen Muslim world lies at here, and here at these areas, and these colors are telling us that these areas are around about 1000 or 2000 meter high from the sea level, and these areas are 5000 meter high from the sea level. As you can see in these areas we can see Hindu Kush, yes, and Hindu Kush mountains, and as you can see it here Zagruz. And now come to paragraph, so I can tell you in detail and you can understand in detail what the teacher is going to tell us about. So come to the paragraph. As you can see from the map on the page number 2, most of the Muslim countries are located on the level land. They mean to say that 1000 meter or more than 1000 meter height is called level land. And the main mountain are the Atlas range in North Africa, highlands of Ethiopia, Yemen, and the eastern end of the Saudi Arabia, eastern Turkey, and much of Iran. They mean to say that Atlas range in North Africa and highlands of Ethiopia and Yemen, and southern area of Saudi Arabia, eastern area of Turkey, and much of Iran is the mountainous area. But these are not the highest mountainous area which they are telling us about. And then in these lines they are saying that the highest region of all the Afghanistan and the Hindu Kush Karakoram mountains of Pakistan. So they are telling us that these areas are round about 1000-meter high, and these areas are round about 3000 or 2000-meter high. But the highest areas, which are round about 5000-meter high, which I told you in the map, are the Hindu Kush and Karakoram in Afghanistan and Pakistan. However, few people live in these mountainous region. Very few population of Muslims live in these regions, because these regions are too much high, more than 5000-meter high from the sea level. So these were important information regarding this paragraph. So let me tell you something more about this paragraph, and these are, as you can see on your screen, this is again I'm telling you the height of the graph, height level. And in the map you can see, the height of this purple color only available at this area, and rest of Muslim countries are in orange color and in yellow color. And in the graph you can see yellow color is round about 1000 or 500-meter high. So you can imagine that how much height is in the countries of the Muslim world. As you have read in the lecture a paragraph, that Atlas mountain range. So this is the Atlas mountain range, which is situated in the Morocco as well as in Algeria. And the Simon mountains, which are located in Ethiopia, as well as these are the mountainous areas of Saudi Arabia, and these are the mountainous areas, highlands of Yemen, as I told you in the lecture. And these are the important points of your second paragraph. Let me repeat them for you, that most Muslim countries are on level land. Again, I'm repeating my instructions, that you can use the tool of screenshot to note down the important points with you. That will be very much helpful to you. So let me repeat the important point of second paragraph. The most Muslim countries are located on level land. Atlas mountain range is located in Morocco and Algeria. Highlands of Ethiopia, Simon mountains. Highlands of Yemen, Jabal and Darsa. These are extra knowledge I have prepared for you. As you know, we also share extra knowledge in the class, so that are very much fruitful for my student, and my student like to share those extra information with me. So come to eastern, as we have read in the paragraph, that eastern part of Turkey we do have Taurus mountains, and much of Iran is covered with Alborz mountains and Takht Suleiman. And most of highest region in this paragraph, they told us about the Afghanistan and Pakistan, which have Hindu Kush mountain range and Karakoram mountain range. Okay boys, this was all regarding the second paragraph. Now come to paragraph number 3. We will read about paragraph number 3, and then we will discuss in detail about this paragraph. In these desert, paragraph number 3 is telling us about the vegetation, climatic position of a Muslim world, and that is, as you can see on your screen, the next map shows the much of the Muslim world except Malaysia, Indonesia and some part of Africa has very little vegetation. More than half of whole areas are hot desert, temperate desert, semi-desert and scrub. So this paragraph is telling us that some of countries like Malaysia, Indonesia, which are situated in Southeast Asia, and some of the Central African countries have very little vegetation, natural vegetation. But rest of Muslim countries, or we can say more than half of Muslim countries, are located in hot desert, temperate desert, semi-deserts and scrub. Now let me tell you about them by paragraph, by map. Then you will understand them easily. Then we will come to next paragraph, and we will further, slowly, gradually, we will discuss them further. Okay boys, so in this paragraph, as you can see, in this map, as you can see, they told us Indonesia and Malaysia, which are located at here, and Central African countries, which are here, they have very little vegetation. And they told us in this map, as you can see, I will show you the important graphs. And this graph, you can see yellow color is show us that these areas are hot desert. This color show us that semi desert. This color show us about temperate areas, and green color also tell us about the tropical rainforest. So same things have been represented at here. As you can see, at Indonesia and Malaysia we do have vegetation, and the Central African countries we do have vegetation because of the rainforest, and rest of Muslim countries are the hot desert or semi desert, as you can see. So I am coming back to my paragraph to discuss this thing again to you, and then I will get back to next paragraph. So as you can see on this area, the next map, Malaysia, Indonesia and some parts of Africa, they told us that they are little vegetation, and more than half of the whole area is hot desert, temperate desert and semi desert. Same thing I discussed with you in the map as well as in paragraph. So now come to paragraph number 3. So paragraph number 3 is telling us about that in these desert areas, apart from few oases. Oasis mean beta Nukhlistan, that a fertile area which is located in between the desert area. Availability of water is possible at there just because crops are grown at there, or you can say some plants are grown at there just because they are called oasis. In these desert areas, apart from so few oases, इन सहराई इलाकों में सिवाय चंद नखलिस्तानों के little or nothing grows except very tough plants which can survive in the harsh condition. यहाँ पे कुछ भी नहीं उग सकता बेटा, सिर्फ टफ प्लांट्स, मजबूत सख्त पौधे उग सकते हैं. लेट मी टेल यू समथिंग अबाउट दैम. व्हाट आर द टफ प्लांट्स? दीज आर द टफ प्लांट्स. यू कैन सी दीज टफ प्लांट्स ओनली ग्रो इन द desert regions. Okay boys, let's come back to the paragraph, and they are saying us that tough plant which can survive in the harsh conditions, they can provide food only to the hardiest sheep and goats. ये सिर्फ मवेशियों को चारा, थोड़ा बहुत चारा प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं boys. Usually kept by nomadic and semi-nomadic people who wander with their flocks and herds in search of pasture. Okay boys, तो they are telling us that खाना बदोश लोग या नीम खाना बदोश लोग जो हैं वो मवेशी इन एरियाज में पालते हैं. वेंडर घूमते फिरते हैं with their flocks अपने मवेशियों के रेवड़ के साथ, and their herds अपने मवेशियों के झुंड के साथ, in search of pasture चरागाहों की तलाश में, सब्ज़े की तलाश में. यहाँ पे खाना बदोश या नीम खाना बदोश लोग रहते हैं, अपने मवेशियों के साथ सब्ज़े की तलाश में रहते हैं, और इस तरह वो लोग यहाँ पे ज़िंदगी गुजारते हैं. कहाँ पे ज़िंदगी गुजारते हैं? इन दीज डेजर्ट एरियाज. ओके बॉयज़, so let me recapitulate the points of paragraph number 3 to you, and then I will get back to, as you can see these pictures. In these pictures you can see the tough plants which can only grow in the tough harsh weather, and this is the picture image of oasis. And as you can see, these are the images of nomadic people and semi-nomadic people who live in the deserts. And let me discuss the important points, and important points are that in these areas tough plants are grown. Only tough plant can grow at these areas, and nomadic and semi-nomadic people live at there. And now come to last paragraph, and last paragraph is telling us about that there are however considerable areas of tropical rainforest in Central Africa and Southeast Asia which produce huge amount of timber, tropical fruits products as such as rubber and tropical fruits. In other let me recapitulate this line, and then I will tell you about this line. But first of all, let me recapitulate this line, and this line is telling us that many of the countries are rainforests. They are telling us that many of the countries are two areas that tropical rainforests are available in Central Africa and in Southeast Asia. So let me tell you these things from the map, as they told us that rainforests are at here and rainforests are at here, Southeast Asia and Central Africa. Okay boys, so they are saying that some of these areas are rainforest, बारानी जंगल है यहाँ पे, and these rainforest make these area much fertile. इन ये बारानी जंगल जो है यहाँ पे इनको बहुत ज़रखेज़ बना देते हैं. विच प्रोड्यूस ह्यूज अमाउंट ऑफ टिम्बर, जहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा लकड़ी प्रोड्यूस होती है. ट्रॉपिकल फॉरेस्ट प्रोडक्ट्स, और बारानी जंगलों की मसनूआत बनती हैं, जैसे सच एज़ रबड़ एंड सच एज़ ट्रॉपिकल फ्रूट्स, जैसे कि रबड़ की मसनूआत और जैसे कि फ्रूट Let me tell you something about them. These are, you can, timber products, you can see these are the timber products, and these are rubber products which are also we can extract from the forest of the rainforest of Africa as well as Southeast Asia. And these are the tropical fruits which can be produced in the tropical rainforest. Okay, boys. Now come to the last two lines of my lesson, and that are saying to us that in other countries good farm crops are produced in the valleys of great rivers. कहता है बहुत सारे कंट्री, कुछ कंट्रीज़ में अच्छी बेहतरीन ज़रख़ेज़ किस्म की फसलें उगाई जाती हैं. एंड दे इन अदर कंट्रीज़ गुड फार्म क्रॉप्स आर प्रोड्यूस्ड इन द वैली ऑफ ग्रेट रिवर्स in Nile, Tigris, Frat and Indus and other places by irrigation. तो कहते हैं यहाँ पे दे मीन टू से दैट इन सम कंट्रीज ऑन द बैंक ऑफ मेजर रिवर्स ग्रेट रिवर्स मैनी क्रॉप्स आर ग्रोन. इनका कहने का मतलब ये है कि मुस्लिम वर्ल्ड के अंदर दरिया, बड़े बड़े दरियाओं के किनारों के ऊपर रहने वाले कौमों ने बेहतरीन से बेहतरीन फसलें उगाते हैं. और वो दरिया कौन से हैं बॉयज़? नाइल, जिसे हम उर्दू में दरिया नील कहते हैं, एट इजिप्ट, टिग्रिस, दरिया दजला को बोला जाता है जो कि इराक़ में है बॉयज़. एंड दूसरा हमने जो नाम लिया था वो जो था बॉयज़, वन आई टोल्ड यू अबाउट दैट नाइल, टिग्रिस, फरात and Indus. Let me tell you about them. This is the river Nile at Egypt. This is river Tigris at Iraq, and this is river Indus at Sakhar area in Pakistan. Okay, boys, that was all regarding my last lines. Let me recapitulate these last lines to you that we have learned, we have read about these things in these lines. Let me recapitulate them, and then I will end my lesson. Last paragraph telling us that some of areas are tropical rainforests like Southeast Asia, like Central Africa. They produce many tropical products like timber, like rubber, and like tropical fruits. And in last line they tell us that good crops are produced in the valleys of great rivers. बहुत बहुत बड़े बड़े दरियाओं के किनारों की वादियों में बेहतरीन से बेहतरीन फसलें उगाई जाती हैं. And that rivers are दरिया नील, इजिप्ट, दरिया दजला, दरिया टिग्रिस एट इराक़, दरिया फ़रात एट सीरिया शाम के कंट्री में, एंड रिवर इंडस इन Pakistan. Again, I am telling you boys that you can use the tool of screenshot. That will be very much helpful to you to save your important information regarding your lecture. So that was all regarding my lesson of unit number 1, geography of the Muslim world. Okay boys, inshallah we will meet again next time. Thank you very much.